Dear students, welcome back to Bosco Campus Vision. You are watching the YouTube channel of Kottayam Don Bosco College. Myself Raniar, Assistant Professor, Postgraduate Department of English. In this lecture series, I am dealing the paper Language Skills, which is a General English paper for Semester 1 UG students of Kerala University. This is the 8th lecture of the series. So we are discussing the second module of the paper Language Skills. Second module discusses listening skills. But today we are discussing a new topic, that is phonetics, a ready reckoner. So let me begin with the status of English in India. So what is the present status of English language in India? As we all know, English is an international language and India is a country who possesses multi-cultures and multi-languages. It is an international language. English is an international language. Irrespective of the caste, creed and country, people use English as a language for communication. So we can say that English is an international language. And it is also called a link language because it bridges the gap between people from different linguistic background. For example, people from Nepal and people from India, if they want to communicate each other, if they don't know their native language, they can use English as a link language. So English is a link language since it bridges the gap between people from different linguistic background. English in India continues to be an official language. For the official purpose, we use English as a standard language. So English in India, it continues to be used as an official language. And some of the states in India selected it as a second language, especially in Kerala. We people learn English language as our second language. It has a unique global reach as English is used for communication. However, language is an inevitable part of human communication and English as a language has eased the communicative perspectives of Indians owing to its high global reach. Now, let's check what is Standard English or RP. English is the native language for Britain. That means for British people it is their native language. That means first language. And within England itself there are variety of accents and pronunciations. The English spoken by educated speakers of Oxford and Cambridge University belonging to the East Midland region. It achieved a social status. This particular dialect is termed as Standard English. So I repeat, Standard English is such type of English, the English spoken by educated peoples of Oxford and Cambridge. They belongs to the East Midland region. So that dialect is known as Standard English. It is also known as Received Pronunciation or RP. So, received pronunciation or RP, that is Standard English. This same accent or this same dialect or this standard form is used by the famous channel BBC and came to be known as BBC English. So, this standard variety is also used by British Broadcasting Channel and that is why it is also known as BBC English. In India, the English dialect is popularized by All India Radio and Doordarshan and which has been accepted as Standard Indian English. So, initially we discussed about Standard English or RP. But now we discuss about Standard Indian English. So, the same Standard English is used by or popularized by, in India it is popularized by All India Radio and Doordarshan and that is why they are known as Standard Indian English. Phonetics. Maybe the term is Not familiar to you, it is a new term for you. So phonetics, it is a branch of linguistics which deals with the study of speech sounds. In the case of communication, communication is a biphasic process. Why biphasic? Bi means two. Biphasic, two phases. Biphasic process means it involves speaking as well as writing. So why communication is a biphasic process? Because it comprises speaking and writing. And English is an unphonetic language. What do you mean by this unphonetic language? I had already mentioned about this unphonetic language in one of our previous classes, and I hope you remember. Unphonetic means letters does not correspond to the sound. For example, when we consider the word thought, what is the spelling of thought? T-H-O-U-G-H-T. So we have the spelling T-H-O-U-G-H-T, and we read it as simply thought, right? So that is why I told you letters does not correspond to the sound. So for representing U-G-H, we have no sound in the pronunciation of thought. So that is why English is an unphonetic language. Then, when we consider the problems faced by a second language learner, so in Indians, since we are all Indians, we are all the second language. For us, English is our second language. So we face a lot of problems. So what are the problems faced by second language learners? The first one is complicated pronunciation. Why it is complicated? As I said, English is an unphonetic language. Letters do not correspond to the sound. So complicated pronunciation, that's a big problem for a second language learner. Another one is mother tongue interference. Mother tongue interference. What is mother tongue interference? So influence of our mother tongue in English speaking or in English pronunciation. Non-native learners of English feels difficulty in acquiring English. English spoken by a Malayali will be different from that of a Tamilan or Marathi. So, when Malayali speak English, when we consider the sound system or the letters in Malayalam, we have 56 letters in Malayalam. So, as I mentioned, definitely there will be the influence of mother tongue in our English. So, when Malayali speaks English, it is Manglish because Malayalam will influence it. And when a Tamilan speaks English, it is Tanglish, right? So, when a person who speaks Hindi speaks English, it is Hinglish. So, their English language is highly conditioned by their mother tongue. That is also a problem faced by a second language learner. So, when they pronounce their mother tongue, it will influence them, and it is known as mother tongue interference. Then another important problem is unawareness of rhythm, pitch and intonation. English is a musical language, so it has its own musicality. But we people, since we are all the second language learners, we are unaware of the rhythm, pitch or intonation. Our speech organ is modeled for pronouncing our own mother tongue. So this unawareness of rhythm, pitch and intonation is also a problem faced by a second language learner. Then this situation can be rectified to a large extent if the learner has a brief knowledge of the sound system of English. So, the scope of phonetics or the study and classification of speech sounds become mandatory for the non-native speakers or second language learners of English. So, now let's learn phonetics. So, what is phonetics? As I mentioned, it is a branch of linguistics that deals with the study of sounds, speech sounds. In phonetics, actually it deals the study of production, transmission and reception of speech sounds in human beings. Production, how to produce a sound. Then Transmission, how we pronounce and transmit. Transmission and reception, how our human beings receive the sound. So phonetics deals with the study of production, transmission and reception of speech sounds in human beings. So how many sounds are there in English language? Yes, in order to represent 26 alphabets in English, we have 44 distinctive speech sounds. The letter A can be pronounced differently in the words like apple, above and age. So, the pronunciation of the letter or the pronunciation of the alphabet A is different in these three words: apple, above and age. So, my dear students, with this I am concluding today. Let's learn the classification of speech sounds in our coming class. So, see you in the next class. Take care. Don't forget to do the homework and send me through WhatsApp. Thank you. Have a nice time.